Welcome to MicroDegree YouTube channel. So I was just sitting and thinking, what can I do to make this weekend better, right? So when I was just thinking, I just thought, why not we make a video, a small kind of a JavaScript project, which is a basics of basics project basically. So to just get your hands dirty on JavaScript. So I won't be wasting much of the time speaking about how JavaScript is done. So this is just a kind of a fun application. Nothing much of rocket science here. Just a fun application in the weekends where you can just try it out and try to do something out of it. All right. So I think we can just get started. So this is the application which I've just built. So if you can just give any kind of kilograms, so this is just a weight converter application. So you just try to enter the kilograms. So if I enter 20 kgs, it will give me grams. It will calculate the grams and it will calculate the pounds and also the ounces. So you can just increase and decrease your kgs, and ultimately it will increase and decrease based on the kilograms you have given. It will convert into grams, pounds, and ounces. Probably the simplest JavaScript application which you can do. But I just thought of coming up with such applications every weekend from now on, so that you can get the gist of JavaScript and try to understand and build such beautiful and efficient client-side applications. Right. So without further ado, let's get started. Yeah. So we are back to the code. So what I will do is I'll just rip off this particular code. Yeah. So save it, save, and go back, and nothing here. Okay. So we'll just try to get the things done. Okay. So let's get started. So what I will do is I'll just use my JavaScript snippets here, or the extensions. So that is just how this magic happens. This magic just happened because you just have to click your exclamation mark and then tab. So you'll get the bookmark, or you'll get that particular snippet of code which is already written by Visual Studio Code. Okay. So what are we using here? We are just using one HTML file wherein we chip in our JavaScript. So JavaScript will not take much than 10 lines of JavaScript, to be honest. So we'll be just using one file, and based on that one file, we are creating such beautiful beautiful and efficient applications. Okay. So we'll be using Bootstrap here. So we'll go and we'll try to get in Bootstrap, right? Yeah. So we'll just take the Bootstrap CDN. Yeah. We'll just click on the Bootstrap and we'll just copy this. Right. Go back to the code. Just apply here. Right. So this is what we did with Bootstrap. Save it. Right. So inside the body, we'll try to create the UI first and then add the JavaScript functionality. So that's what we are going to do. So basically, it's kind of a there will be a bit of CSS, but won't be much of CSS compliant application. So we will be using Bootstrap here, and we will be using Bootstrap classes and card systems basically to do it. Okay, let's get started. So we'll just start with the first div. So we'll just do a container, a class of container. Okay. So a container class, and this is just a Bootstrap container. And then we'll have a class of row. So if you are wondering how I'm getting all this, so this is again a kind of a Visual Studio Code snippet called as emit, where you can just put a dot, and then if you want, call md6 and then hit tab, you will get the class there. So this is just to make sure that I get my UI very fast. So this is basically a Bootstrap container, then a row, and then the columns. So column widthing of medium size to 6 width, because you all know that our screen is divided into 12 columns. So I just want that to be in the middle. So container will push that into the middle, and I'm taking the equal space between the screens. Okay. And inside that, I will be having my h1, right? I will be having my h1, and my class name, what I can give here is right, class is equal to, so I'll just give display 4. These all are Bootstrap classes. You can just go to Bootstrap website and find out what are the classes, and I'll do the text center, and I'll just type weight converter, right? Converter. Okay, just save it, go back here and just refresh, and you get the weight converter here. Okay. So I would like to have some margin because it's standing too close to that. So I'll just use that style tag here, right? So underneath this, I'll just use the style tag, right? So I'll just give a body, right? And I'll just give a margin top. Okay, so just give margin top of say 80 pixels. 80 pixels. Save it. Go back. Yes, this is what we wanted, and we want that to be in the center, right? So this is probably taking this particular place. So I want that to be in the center. So how can we do that? We can do that by using something called as offset. Offset. This is again bootstrap here. Offset, and I'll give MD3. Okay, save it. Yes, so we got that in the center. So that's what we want. So the next is probably the form what we want to show, right? Because we want that form to chip in there. So the next is form. No action, no methods, because this is static page. So we are not converting any backend over here. So it should be just a form. So next we will have a class of form group. Yes, we'll have a class of form group. And inside that we'll be having an input tag, right? Input tag. Input will be passing the type, right? We'll be passing the type is equal to number because we want that number format, right? And then we'll be having a class of form control, right? Form control, and then I think form control LG. Okay, so I think we can give the ID2. So what I'll give is just I'll give input. Okay, I'll just give kg input because we are giving the kg because this ID is required when you are working with JavaScript basically. Okay, so that's it. I think for the form, I think we can give the placeholder again. Okay, placeholder is equal to enter kg, enter kg, right? Right, and we close this, save this. Yes, so we got that particular thing. So we are slowly building it, right? So that's it for form. So the next what I want is I want few cards, right? We want to show that particular thing there. We want to show the grams, pounds, and ounces. So I want that particular card. So I'll be using Bootstrap card here. So I'll be having a div, right? And div with an ID is equal to output because this is where I want to show all the output. This I will be using later on. And a class of I'll go with just a class. So class of card, right? And yeah, just a way card now. Sorry, just a card. So inside that card, I'll be going with one more div of class is equal to card block. Okay, card block, right? And inside that particular card block, I'll be having an h4, probably telling about grams. Yes, we want that grams there, and we want to show that particular data. So what we do, we will just give a div of ID. Sorry, div ID. So this is a place where our data will come. Okay, so this is a place where we will get the data. We'll just give it as grams. Okay, we'll just give it as grams and div. Okay, save this. Go. Yes, we got that grams. And whenever we type something here, we need to get that particular grams data here. So that particular grams data, we will pick this particular ID in the JavaScript and add that data here. Here we will add that so that it will render into our DOM. So that's what we're going to do. So I think we can copy this particular card, right? We can copy this particular card and just I think this should be it. Yeah, we'll just copy and just paste this 2 more times, and we'll just make it as card block. I don't want this to be grams. I want this to be pounds, right? Pounds, and ID should be also be pounds. Yes, and I don't want this to be ounce, right? Ounce. Yes, ounce, and yeah, this also to be in ounce. Okay, this also to be in terms of ounce. Save it. Yeah, I get two more this. Okay, ounce and a colon. That would be nice. Yeah. Okay, so we'll now change our background color. I think this is it for our basic UI. So I'll just try to change the color now. So I'll just go here and change the background Okay, background to be light blue. That's what I like. Light blue is my favorite color, and I get that blue there. That's good. And then my probably my color. I will go with sorry. I'll go with white for the time being. FFF is a hexadecimal value of white. Yes, everything goes white. And now you can see this gets disabled because that is white. So we'll make that particular color there. So how we can do that is just by, as we saw in the final product, we had that in terms of, I mean, red, blue, and green, right? So we'll just try to do that. So what I'll do is I'll just go down here and I'll just write BG primary, right? BG primary, and I'll give a margin bottom of 2 pixel and save it. If I go here, yes, this will be turned into blue. So same way, I'll just copy this BG primary and I just add it here, right? And I'll make this thing as success and BG success, so that it will give me a green color, right? If I save it and if I go, yes, this will give you me green color. And if I copy this and yeah, okay, I just missed it. This shouldn't be here, right? This shouldn't be here. It should be in terms of cards. It should be in terms of card. So sorry for that, guys. I think just a small glitch here. So Control V. So this should be primary. This should be primary, and this should be, yeah, this should be success and MB2, right? And this should be VG danger, and that is MB2 again. So we save it. If we go back, yes. So we got these things right now. So I think we are done with our UI part. So now we'll just work with the JavaScript part. So basically, how to work with JavaScript and how to take that particular value and convert that. All right. Okay. So we'll go back to the code. So underneath here, I'm not using any external JavaScript file here. So I will suggest just doing because it will not take much than 10 lines. So I'll just use a script tag. So under this script tag, I'll be doing inline or internal JavaScript here. So what I'm trying to do is, what I want initially is I want to get this particular value, right? So whatever I am typing here, so basically whatever I am typing here, based on this value, you have to get the grams, pounds, and ounce. So what I want is I want to get the ID of this input field. So what is the input field ID I have given? I have given kg input. Okay, so kg input. So how to get that? I can get it by telling document dot get element by ID is a function which takes that particular ID. So whatever ID is there, I have to just copy this, right? I have to just copy this and I have to just put that here. Now add an event listener, because I want to get it once I click on it. I want to get it once I click on it. So what is that? Once I give an add event listener, so the event listener will be input, right? Event listener will be input. So it will have a function, basic function. So this is how, if people you are familiar with JavaScript, I think this should be very convenient to you. So for the people who are very new to JavaScript, don't worry, we already have a JavaScript course coming up at the same time of free YouTube videos. So you can check it out there. So document.getElementById, by ID, you are taking that particular input and adding an event listener with the input as the event, and should go through a function. So basically what does that do is, so we'll store that in a kg variable. So we'll store that in a variable, and we want to get that particular value what we type, right? We want to get a script has to get the value what we basically type. So how we can get that? We can get that by writing e.target.value. So e.target.value, we'll just do console.log and we'll check whether the things are coming. So console.log of kg, we'll go here, we'll just inspect here. All right, we'll just inspect here and we'll go to console, right? And just save it. No, not getting anything. Okay, we'll just type it here. Okay, we'll just type it. Okay, e is not defined, yeah, because we want to give that e here. Save it. Now go back, and now if you can type, you'll get that value. Now you are getting that particular value. Whatever you are typing, you are getting that particular value. So that's a good news for us. So const kg is equal to e.target.value. Now what you want, based on the value what you are getting, we want to get the particular grams, right? So for that particular grams thing, we have an idea of grams. So we are going to fetch that. So document dot get element by ID, right? And we are fetching that with grams. right? We are fetching that with grams, and we are appending that with inner HTML value. Okay, so what are we going to do? So dot inner HTML will put that particular value, here. So with this ID inner HTML means whatever value we are calculating, will go and put it here. So when a value goes and put it here, it renders, sorry, so it renders here. All right, so what are we going to do? Inner HTML is equal to kg. Kg is a value what we type, right? So that kg into 1000. So kg into 1000. So save it. We'll go back and we'll just close this up. So if you write 23, yes, so we are getting that particular grams thing. So that's very simple now. So same way for pounds and ounce, right? So what are we going to do? We just copy this. Yes, we copy it and we paste this 3 more times, and we'll give this as, what is the ID here? Pounds, right? We have this ID as pounds, and the calculation is kg, probably I think kg into 2.2046, right? I'm not sure about that, but don't worry about the calculation. 2.2046, and the ounce value is ounce, ounce in inter HTML. What is that? Kg into, and the value should be 37.254254. So just save it, right? And go back, enter something. Yes, so we are getting the particular value, and we are getting the entire thing here. But what I want is, initially when the page loads, I don't want these 3 particular card to visible. I want to get this card visible only when I type something here. So how we can do that? We go back to the code, and initially I just have that card, right? I have that card, entire card ID as output. So what I will do is document dot get element by ID of output, which is that card element, right? And dot style dot probably visibility, yeah, visibility, probably card dot visibility dot, I think is equal to hidden. Card dot yeah, style dot visibility is equal to probably hidden, right? Hidden. Save. If I go now, yes, we don't get it. Now when I type something, I should get that. So we'll go back here. So after this, what I do inside the function, I want to load that. So document dot get element by ID again, and I take that output again, right? I take that output again, and I'll just do a style dot visibility is equal to visible. So that's one more thing here, is equal to visible. If I save this and if I type this now, yes, I'm getting the particular value. So this is how simple it is, guys, to build such a kind of application. You can just really get started with, basically you should understand what is document.getElementID. You are getting that particular ID from that HTML, and then basically you are doing whatever you want with that HTML. Inner HTML means whatever the value is, you are trying to append that to the place where you have that ID. So you get that value there. This is one of the finest and the easiest applications which you can do, and you can just change on whatever you want. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please share, subscribe, and I'll come up with few other cool projects probably in the next weekends. Okay, till then, stay safe and thank you so much. Bye bye.